Hello, this is Guy Severson with yet another Viral TNT moment where we take a look inside the industry of people that are helping people, helping businesses, online and offline, succeed in the business endeavors they are doing. Today I have with me Matthew Woodward, and he is going to be talking with us about some key SEO strategies. But before we get started, Matthew, welcome to the call.
Thanks very much. Very happy to be here and hopefully share, condense some of my SEO knowledge over the past 15 years or so. And I'm going to share something valuable with you, and you'll take something away from this for sure.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Now, for those that may not really understand acronyms and whatnot, what is SEO?
So SEO is search engine optimization. It is the practice of essentially getting your website listed higher in Google, so in turn you can get more traffic and I guess in the end, hopefully more money.
Right. Well, isn't it at the end of the day, to increase our ROI is the goal of everything when it comes to marketing. I totally agree with you, Matthew. So as I understand it, you have dialed in on the concept of SEO. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, SEO has been something I've been doing since more than half of my my life.
Okay.
So I've seen it from the days when link building, and I assume listeners are going to know what link building is. If not, it's when one website votes for another with a link. And the very basic look at it is the more votes your website has from other websites, the higher it ranks. Now, it is more complicated than that, but that's what link building is. We're essentially manipulating the vote, so to speak.
Matthew, I'd like to jump in there for one moment. So you said something real key, and I want my audience to understand that what you just gave as far as link building is a very much of an oversight, an overview of the whole thing. If you really dial it in, would you agree with me? It gets a whole lot more complex than that.
Well, one of the big mistakes I see new people approaching SEO make is making things more complicated than it needs to be. So while, yes, it is more complicated than that, you don't need to really... Once you start thinking complicated, things are complicated, and usually you find that you're just spinning in circles with no results. So it's better just to keep a simple understanding. Essentially, with SEO, all you want to do is get other websites to vote for you, and preferably websites that are relevant to your website. That in a nutshell is the basics of link building and SEO. So it's important to keep it simple like that. And it's also, like, if we were going to make it more complicated, I'd explain to you that not every vote is equal. For example, a vote from the New York Times is much more valuable than a vote from me. So, it's a bit more complex than that, but let's not make it complex because we don't need to.
Fair enough, fair enough. So take us further down your trail.
So SEO, for coming on to nearly 2 decades. I've done the corporate world, e-commerce, made tens of millions of dollars in the e-commerce world. I took a leap full-time in 2011, working for myself, doing affiliate sites and so forth with great success, leveraging my SEO skills, which led to building my SEO blog, matthewwoodward.co.uk, which has ended up winning a bunch of awards by basically just teaching what I'm doing.
Okay, let me put the brakes on just one more time. I want to make sure people got that. What was your website?
matthewwoodward.co.uk.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. Continue.
And well, yeah, that blog was born about 4 or 5 years ago. You can go and check out some of the testimonials on there. It's helped thousands of people with SEO and increase traffic to their sites. Everything's free. You don't need to pay anything. I guarantee the tutorials you find there are better than the products that you've bought in the past. I guarantee that. So go check it out. There's like 5 years of posts there, resources and tutorials. I also publish every month an income report that shows how much the blog has made and exactly what I did to make it make that much money, including all of the traffic sources and everything else. And I think to date it's done about $1.1 million in profit.
Wow.
But you can see all of that. You can see it from the very first day the blog was born. You can follow the growth all the way from 0 to $1.1 million every month.
That is quite an accomplishment. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now, if we're going further down your trail, keep on going, if you would.
So off the back of that, I've launched an SEO agency, which is having great success in some very, very competitive niches. And then as the blog's developed and I've kind of started to understand exactly the kind of information people need, well, not just the kind of information that people need, but how they need it delivered to them, I've then recently created some free a more dedicated, specific free training series that focuses on solving the problem of increasing traffic from Google. Previously in the blog, although I've got lots of very good tutorials, they're very separate. The pieces of the puzzle are separate, and the reader's very much left to put in the pieces of the puzzle together themselves. That's a weakness that I identified in the content. So these videos really bring it all together and give people the real step-by-step process, the full picture, and gives them the confidence that they need to then go out and execute it without having to figure out any of the puzzle themselves.
What would you say, Matthew, is probably like the biggest area that people miss when it comes to the concept of SEO?
Okay. A lot of people do make the same mistake of, first of all, making it complex, but we covered that. The next common thing is, I find that people quite often will send me questions, why is my site not ranking, blah, 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 blah. And 9 times out of 10, the sites are very bad, like really poor quality sites, and don't really offer much value to the end user. And usually the question I bounce back to them is, okay, take a look at your site, now go take a look at the sites ranking in the top 5 positions with similar content. How does yours compare? And usually you'll find that their content is very weak in comparison to what's already existing in Google. So before you go out and do anything with SEO, you need a solid foundation of content. And I often find that's missing. Yeah, well, you need a plan, but beyond that plan, you actually need to produce content that helps people. If you're in a niche, an easy way to do that is just find the top 5 problems in your niche and solve them with the very best piece of content on the web. And a lot of people are lacking that foundation. A lot of people are lacking that foundation, they really are. So that's the most common mistake I see with SEO. It's not really the doing part of the SEO, the link building, the votes, that part. It's actually the very basics that people miss out on, laying that foundation of content and actually building a good site to start with that even deserves to rank. That's one of the biggest mistake I see all of the time.
Okay, and along with not getting that base right, what about the word consistency? Do you see that as being a problem within SEO?
Well, I think that's a problem in life, right? Not just SEO.
Oh, I hear you. Definitely hear you, Matthew. Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's true with everything in life.
Sure, absolutely. And because I know that when I have worked in this area, one of the biggest problems I have is remembering to get that content out there, and staying in the game. if I'm not going to stay in the game as a website owner, why should I expect my visitors to stay in the game, right?
Well, that's it. I mean, you're running a business. It must be treated like a business, and people don't treat it like a business.
Right.
They treat it like a JV Zoo product
Right.
they picked up for $7. So that there's a key difference in mindset between someone that's doing this and someone that's doing this as a business.
Awesome. So what would you say is one of your biggest success stories that, you know what, this was just a cool story that of why I love SEO?
Well, there's so many.
I hear you.
If you were to go on my blog and on the About Me drop down, there's a testimonials link. I would say the coolest part is adding a new testimonial to that page each time, where people are seeing real results that have real impact. I
like that. Hey, let me stop that for a minute. I love that statement you just made. Real results that have real impact.
Yeah.
That's serious. That's a serious statement there. That's money in the bank if you do it right. That's money in the bank.
Yeah, and what you'll typically find a lot of SEO things do is they'll show rankings improvements, but ranking improvement is meaningless. Like, okay, you might now be ranking for a keyword that's giving you 10,000 searches a month, but if that's not delivering actual results and translating into money, well, who cares about the ranking increase? I care about the ranking increase of this, where I'm only getting 200 visitors a month, but it's delivering $1,000 a month income. That's real results, and that's the kind of things that you should be looking for in case studies, where you actually see real results. Ranking results is bullshit. Like, beyond that, how does it actually have an impact? And actually, in the free training videos, I've got 11 case studies where I'll show you not just ranking increases, but we'll look in Google Analytics, we'll look in Google Search Console, we'll look in SEMrush, we'll go behind the scenes of everything and look at the actual real-world impact. And the case study in the first video shows you how an e-commerce store went from making around $50,000 a month to $1.2 million a month. Using the strategy that you'll learn in the free videos. And now they've made a total of like $16 million. But I'll show you all of that in the videos over my shoulder. And they're the magic moments in SEO for me. Huh?
It sounds like it. Do you have an idea of how long that took to turn this around for that company?
That client was 14 months.
So just over a year.
Yes. And
Excellent.
but then in the third video I'll show you a case study where we deployed something in April and it's already up to 20,000 visitors a month. So the case studies show both short-term, long-term, and also in the local niche as well. So we try to. There's a case study for everyone, you know.
Yeah, what I like about case studies is it really does identify with the niche, with the people, where they are, who they are, and it just takes them one step after another down a very smooth road where they can see, look, this is what they did. You're like them. You can do the same thing.
Yeah, and these case studies, quite often you'll see case studies, and I call them bullshit case studies because they're in niches that really have got next to no competition, nor have the affiliate products got any level of value to them. Like you're making pennies a sale, and quite often that's what you see in case studies. These case studies are from niches like personal finance, gambling, sports books, and we're going like these are the hardcore, most competitive niches in SEO where tens of millions of dollars of commissions are available every week. These are not bullshit case studies. We're going in.
And how can people get to these videos that you're talking about here?
So the videos will be available on Friday, the 22nd of September. And if you go to marketerseal.com, I'm sure you're going to have a link somewhere around this video for your people. Just click that link. The videos are delivered not all at once. You'll get one video, and then every couple of days I release another video. The reason for that is I'll be answering all of the questions and comments personally on each video. So rather than dumping them all out at once, which is quite hard to digest, I'm just going to drip them out over sort of 7 or 8 days, and then engage on all the comments, and just to make sure you're understanding everything, and just to be there. Again, even if you've got an SEO question that's not about the videos, just ask, and I'll be there on hand to answer it. So that will happen across the duration of the release of the videos.
So not only are you providing these videos as nuggets of gold, but you're there ready to take people in the hand and lead them into the success story they deserve and desire, all within the same process.
Well, look, you can only lead a horse to water. I can't make people do things. I can give people the knowledge, and I can give people the confidence to go out and execute it. But honestly, I would say out of all of the thousands of people that come to my blog, there's very few that actually go out and execute it. So I'm not making a big promise that you're going to be my next big success story. Honestly, that's down to the person to take that knowledge and execute it. I can only give them the knowledge. I can't promise you're going to hit crazy results or anything, because at the end of the day, there's no substitute for hard work, taking responsibility for your own business, and implementing what you're learning. And that's a difference between the people that are going to watch these videos and change nothing, and the people that are going to watch these videos and will be the next case study or success story the next time that I release a class.
Nice, nice. All right, so as we are coming to a close here, Matthew, is there anything I haven't asked that you were really hoping we could, talk about within this recording?
Nothing. No, I think we've covered everything. In general, look, keep things simple. Whatever you're doing in your business, make sure it provides inherent value to your audience. As long as you're providing value to your audience, you'll see success no matter what traffic strategy you apply. I'm 100% biased because SEO is my thing. I'm very good at it. I've had great results at it, and I've been proven to be a very good teacher at it, with hundreds of success stories under my belt that you can all see on the blog. So with all of that said, I don't think there's anything else that we can cover. Sign up for the free videos. Feel free to ask me any questions, and be the person that takes action, not the person that twiddles her thumbs.
Awesome. And just one more time, your website's located where?
So the blog is at matthewwoodward.co.uk, MATTHEWWOODWARD.co.uk. It's just my full name, and that's where you'll find a bunch of free tutorials, mostly SEO and blogging related, but you can also see the growth of the blog from $0 to $1 million. You can see behind the scenes of some of my products, and a bunch of other stuff. That's really where I share a lot of the most valuable information. And then the free video series you can get on marketerseal.com, MARKETERSEAL.com.
Perfect, perfect. Well, Matthew, I want to say thank you for your time, your valuable time, and just sharing these thoughts about SEO and letting people know these 3 free videos are available. This again is Guy Severson of Viral Team. I do business videos just like this, and they don't cost a dime. They go to my 26,000 Twitter followers on Twitter so that I can help you help the business world. That's what I'm about. All right. So I thank you for your time, Matthew, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks for having me on. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.